This is Hardcore Weather for Tuesday, September 9th, 2008. Hello there, everyone. Rick Mitchell with you from Eyewitness News 5. Interesting weather coming up over the next few days. A couple of things we're going to focus on today is the fact that it's cool out there this morning. Temperatures in many locations in the 50s. How long I expect it to stay that cool. Plus, it looks like we're going to get into a moist an unsettled pattern with a southwesterly flow that will have plenty of moisture in it. And, of course, we're going to talk about what's going to happen with Ike. And it looks like the path is a little farther south. What does that mean for Oklahoma? We'll talk about that. Let's go ahead and get started looking at the maps. All right, we'll start off with the 500 millibar flow and the satellite picture. This is going to be from last evening. The newest one is not in just yet, but first thing that comes to my mind is a fairly sharp trough moving across the Central Plains into the Great Lakes states. That's the cold front, or that's the upper level feature that drove the cold front through the area last night. That's why we have such a cool day today. That is going to continue pushing off to the east. Here, of course, is Hurricane Ike affecting Cuba, and at the very bottom left-hand side of your screen, that's, I believe, Tropical Storm Lowell in the Pacific. And some of that moisture could easily make its way into Oklahoma later on in the work week, perhaps over the weekend. Here is the mesonet showing temperatures as of about 10:30 this morning, and notice the 50s, lower 60s, very, very nice out there in terms of those temperatures. Fairly cloudy. You can see the satellite animation showing low clouds across much of Oklahoma. I think we're going to stay pretty cloudy for a good chunk of the day. Let's look at the latest NAM. This is from 12Z this morning, so this is pretty fresh. In hot off the presses here, and you can see by lunchtime today the cold front is pretty much out of Oklahoma as it is right now, and you see the moisture staying pretty far to the south. So I think the bulk of the rest of today looks dry. As we go into tomorrow, this is Wednesday lunchtime. Look at the moisture that begins to return to the state, all the way Oklahoma through Texas. And again, I think some of this moisture is that Tropical Storm Lowell making its way on into Mexico. We're going to have a southwesterly flow that will be bringing that moisture in. And once that southwesterly flow is established, there's plenty of moisture to train on into the area, and we'll keep the forecast fairly wet. This is Thursday afternoon. Here comes Ike bearing down on the southeast Texas coast. So you have the moisture from Lowell, you have the southwesterly flow, and then eventually you're going to have all this moisture from Ike, and that's probably going to get caught up in that southwesterly flow. So bottom line, it looks like it would be fairly wet as we head on into the weekend. Real quick, let's see what the 500 millibar flow is looking like at for the NAM. And again, you can watch how that southwesterly flow develops over the next couple of days, and that'll be our main transporter of this tropical moisture. Okay, this is the 6Z GFS, so different model, slightly different time period, but kind of the same answer key as to what may happen. And this is out to later on this afternoon, high pressure over Chicago, bulk of the moisture from the cold front well to the south. We get into tomorrow. Now, the GFS is not as bullish as getting moisture in here during the day Wednesday, but it's close. It's got it all the way from Texas back to the Pacific Ocean, and again, it sets up a southwesterly flow. The remnants of Lowell come on in, and we start to see moisture returning and giving us a pretty decent chance, especially northwestern Oklahoma, for showers and thunderstorms Thursday, Friday. Here's Friday morning. As you see in South Texas right here, you've got Ike coming on in, and at the same time, there's a cold front dropping in from the north. So you've got you've got Ike, you've got the remnant moisture of Lowell, and then you have this cold front that's going to be setting up, and all of these things coming together. There you see the front. This is Sunday morning, high pressure over Wyoming. You've got a nice boundary in here. All this moisture coming together could set the stage for some fairly heavy rain this weekend if the GFS is right. That rain could extend on into Monday, especially central and southern sections of the state, and then probably by Tuesday it is gone. This is the latest satellite animation of Hurricane Ike moving across the western tip of Cuba. So this is the second time now that Cuba's been hit. It was hit on the east side, came back into the Caribbean. Now it's moving through the west side, and eventually it will go back out into the Gulf of Mexico. And we'll check out the official NHC path over the next 5 days here of Hurricane Ike. Looks like it will still be a fairly strong hurricane coming out into the Gulf, perhaps a Category 2, maybe 3 hurricane as it makes landfall sometime Saturday morning right around Corpus Christi, then weakens to a tropical storm by Sunday morning. And again, this moisture will most likely get caught up into the southwesterly flow and could easily impact Oklahoma's weather this weekend with showers and thunderstorms. Some of that could be heavy. And so there you have it. That is hardcore weather for today. If you have not had a chance to check out our new weather website at KOCO.com, take a look. Obviously, if you're watching this video, there's a pretty good chance that you've checked it out. I know it's going to seem a little different at first, and things may not be exactly how you want them right away, but give it a chance. I think you'll find that you'll end up liking the new layout of KOCO.com's weather page. Make sure you tune in to Eyewitness News 5 tonight at 5, 6, and 10. We'll do this again tomorrow. Take care.